guys, Slim here with my boy, Papa Goat Yugioh, you already know, and we are here at YBM's first ever 3v3, and we are here with
Ulysses and Hector.
And you guys made top 8 playing what decks?
I was playing Phantom Knight BA.
I play Adagastar
and Guru Dragoon.
So 3 different decks again, love to see it. Before we begin, do you guys have shout outs?
I want to shout out Karan for letting me borrow these 3 ulti tour guides that I was summoning all day today.
Nice.
Beautiful.
And Dio for having the event and letting us play here at the store. And everybody who came through to play.
Right on.
Shout out to all the squad, shout out to Mike, shout out to all the other squad members for helping us play test and everything. Every week here, Dio store, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. It's tournaments $10 and yeah.
Nice.
What about you?
I just want to shout out the store, YBM. I'm glad we're in live persons again. And then shout out my boys here for giving me some input on the side deck and the ones that I've been testing throughout the week. So.
Right on.
You guys, well, we will start with Phantom Knights.
Okay, so I played Phantom Knight. The boards it puts out are pretty decent. Usually if my opponent can't break the board, they usually lose. So, plus it can push through boards too as well. So I like the fact that it can do both. I decided to play 3 Tour Guide. She is probably your best normal summon, but also the worst normal summon you have in the deck. Just because if it's just Tour Guide by itself, you lose to hand traps. If it's Tour Guide plus Kagemusha Knight or another extender, then you still have combo and she'll bait out a hand trap. Plus she gets you to graph and that's full combo. I played 3 Phantom Knight Tornscale, the other starter of the deck. He's a little bit better just because he can bait out hand traps, but he stays on board and he'll fuel the graveyard for you so you can keep playing. And he comes out of the grave, so he's an extra extender. I played 3 boots just because you kind of want to start with a Phantom Knight and then special the boots. That way you have fodder in the graveyard if you do get stopped, and you can keep playing that way. Plus he gets you to Fogblade, which is important. I played 2 Cloak. I feel like you only need to play 2 Cloak. I feel like anything more than that is just excess. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The 1 Gloves. Gloves is pretty good. It fuels the graveyard, lets you play through Nid when you send it off a Cherubini, and triggers the Torn Scales in the graveyard. I play Stained. A lot of people don't play Stained. I play it because I play Redoer, so it lets me summon Redoer, plus it lets me summon Apollosa without committing all my resources to the board, and he's an extra extender. I play the 2v8 package. I don't play Libic. I was playing it before, but I felt like it's just another brick, and I already play the Dragoon package, so I don't want to keep adding bricks to the deck. So I think these 2 were enough. The 2 Kagemusha Knights, the Chain Block Tour Guide, it also just summons itself out whenever I summon a level 3, so it's good. Plus it's a dark.
How come 2 and not 3?
I played 2 just because I was playing 3, but I cut it down to 2. That way I can make room for other tech cards in the deck, like more hand traps, back row hate, or just stuff like that, or extra extenders that I thought were better than Kagemusha Knight. Just because it's kind of cloggy if you have it at 3. If you open up multiples, since it's a one effect, you can't trigger both. So you really only want to see 1. And then you play Rhoda as well, so you can get to it if you need it, if you opened up Torga. I played the 2 Dangers. They're broken. 2 level 3s, they're at 1. If they were at more than 1, they'd probably get banned. They're broken with Torn Scales. The Psychic package, all you need to do is control level 3 monster, and then they come out for free. They don't trigger, so they just come out, so they can't stop them. The Dragoon package, obviously, probably the best boss monster in the game. You have the Triple Ash. It's just generic hand trap. Universal, stops most decks. It's a level 3 as well, so if I do end up breaking, but I have like Ash and Kagemusha Knight, you can still go almost full combo. You'll end with like Dragoons and Fogblade and stuff like that. And doing that off of Kagemusha Knight and a hand trap, a level 3 hand trap, is just stupid. We played the 3 Ghost Bells. Ghost Bells are really good. Again, she's a level 3, so she has synergy with the deck. She stops Revolt, she stops Grave Effect, she's good against Drytron, she stops Call by the Grave, she stops TD Crow, just in case they want to side it in against you. It's just all around a pretty good hand trap. I played 3 Effect Veilers. 3 effect Veilers, I feel like this card is pretty good. It won me a lot of games today. A lot of people are summoning Anaconda, or if you play against Tri Brigade, they banish your cost, you hit it, you stop them, they have to have an extender. But mostly the Anaconda plays, because everybody's playing Dragoons, everybody's summoning Anaconda to either make Dragoons, or they make Shadal's play to do Shadal plays. And Tri Brigade, they have to be able to play through 2 effect negates. Most of the time that's enough to stop them. 1 Rhoda, obviously, the whole deck is Warrior. 1 Teleport, this card's insane. Call by the Grave for the hand traps, so I can play through. Red Eyes is a brick. 2 Dark Ruler No Mores. This card won me a bunch of games. My opponent would win the die roll, they would go first, and I would have Dark Ruler in hand and just Dark Ruler and then push through the board. So a lot of the times I would win a game that I'm not supposed to win, but just main decking this is good. Twin for the back row. Hey, I respect back row. I want to snipe the revolt during the standby, that way they're forced to activate it and they don't get to banish my stuff, and then I get to play. And then I don't like losing to floodgates. Shade is broken, it's a body. Wings, I play Wings over Sword, because Sword loses to Twin, it loses to Cosmic, it loses to, since it's a continuous spell, or a continuous trap, it just loses to cards like that. And then this falls to the graveyard right away, so I can use it, and I don't have to wait for my opponent to get rid of it. And then triple Fogblade. Fogblade is insane. Fogblade is good against the Zoo matchup when they try to go into Zeus. You just Fogblade the Borbo. Fogblade is good against Dinos. Fogblade is just, it's literally just a better Fiendish Chain. And it's all searchable.
Nice.
And that's in for the main deck. The extra deck. Let's put these to the side. 1 Link Spider for the Nib token for the Shade. It lets you climb up into Anaconda if you need to. It also puts an Earth in the graveyard for the Axis Code. Cherubini. Cherubini's obviously broken as hell. Sense for cost, protects himself. People forget that he can protect himself, so a lot of the time they'll misplay trying to pop it, and then you just protect it and you keep going off. It also lets you link climb into Cherubini. IP. I play IP because I can go into Axis Code and make it indestructible, so if they don't have an out besides destroying it, they're not going to be able to get rid of it. She also lets me link climb into Bow Goddess, and then I make this can't be destroyed by card effects, plus she shuts down the board, and then she's just a grave effect. She negates something that tries to reborn out of the graveyard, so I like the fact that they give me that interaction on my opponent's turn. Anaconda, summon Dragoons. There's nothing to be said about that. Phoenix, play through back row. Unicorn, spin cards, it just lets you push through things, and then it's also a dark, so if you get locked in a dark, you can still summon it, which is really good. Rusty just fuels the entire game. It sets you up for the turn 1 board. It also sets you up for your turn 3 board once your opponent passes if they can't break it. The Goddess, the Apollosa, you almost always end with this, so a lot of decks can't play through it unless they have Dropless or Dark Ruler. It's just a really good link forward. The Axis Code just to push for game and kill. Levy to play with the Banish, and it's also just probably one of the best rank 3s, honestly. 2 Breaksword. I feel like 2 is needed because the one you usually use it to pop off turn 1, and then the second one you use it to try to break boards or push through back row or just try to break board in general. Redoer is amazing. Some people don't play it. They play Nightmare instead. I play Redoer because Redoer gives me an out to Dragoons. It gives me, when you set it up with Shade, it also is really good against back row decks. If they go set 5 end phase, you spin one, put it on top of the deck, then you eat the one that you spin, and then you spin another one. So he baits out 2 back rows without even doing anything, just by himself. So I really like this card. And then Dragoons, obviously, because Dragoons is broken, he's probably going to get banned, so if you have him, you might want to sell him before the ban list comes out. And that's the deck.
What about the side deck?
Oh, and the side deck, yeah, if you guys want to see that. Let me put this to the side. I played 2 Gandarla. People are playing the Wind Statue. I don't like losing to the Wind Statue. People play Dragoons, this out Dragoons. Ultimateness, Perfection, it just gets rid of the body. Apollosa, you have a hard time fighting through Apollosa, so you kind of want to get it off the board. It's just good in general, gets rid of problematic cards. the 2 nibs combo. You want to try to stop him as much as possible. Plus, he also gives you a body to go into Conda if you have no resorts left. Drone Lockbird. It's really good against Drytron. It helps slow the pace down to your pace, so then that way you can play your game. Triple Lancia. I feel like Lancia is really good right now. It's really good against Shadal, Dogmatic, and Invoked. It's really good against Tri-Brigade. It's just a really good hand trap in general. Duster for the back row hate. Double anti-spell in 1 order. This is to shut out spell decks, plus also protect my board. So if I open this up and I go full combo, they have to have Droplet right then and there. And if they open up like Dark Ruler, they're not going to be able to play it. So it just, you feel better flipping this over, and then your board's more protected. And then Red Reboot, because it's at 1, and it just helps you play through back row.
Nice.
For sure. Is there anything you would change in the deck?
Honestly, I threw in a 3rd Veiler last minute, but Veiler put in work. But if anything, I would probably cut the 3rd Veiler and throw in a 3rd Dark Ruler, just because I feel like they're just both. Like, if I draw a Dark Ruler, you can go full combo, and then I just Dark Ruler the board. And Veiler slows you down, but it won't completely stop you. So maybe that. But other than that, the deck played amazing.
Right on.
Awesome, man. All right. On to Mr. Adding-Nister himself.
So what's up? All right.
Back again.
All right, so let me start off with the main deck. So I play triple of the Picari. Sorry if I butchered the names. So triple
okay.
Picari,
The
you
yellow
see Searcher for spells. So each Searcher as any spell you feel like your opponent has a hand trap for the Link monster. You search a field spell, but he just searches a spell, so he's cool. And he can also make any other Adding-Nister level 4, so you can go into a Light Dragon with this. Triple of the Fire one, so he's a Chi-Chi. So he's like this one, but he searches monster instead. He has another effect from the graveyard, where it's like a Cyberse monster you control battles. You can banish this and destroy your own monster. So if let's say they have like something that's gonna kill you, you just banish this, destroy your monster, and there will be no battle, so you never take the damage. 2 dark ones. A lot of people play 1 dark one. I like 2 because the first one you use for the combo, and the second one can sometimes come up for like the grind game and stuff. It's really good. It's basically what helps you play on turn 2 after your opponent basically passes, because they can out your towers. And yeah, he's good. I think 2 is necessary. For the 1-ups, one of the win one, he's like Foolish Burial and part of your combo. One of the water ones, I play this over the earth one, mainly because I think this is better, because you can actually search this guy or this guy, and it turns itself into a level 4, so it helps you make Light Dragon as well. And yeah, I play the other dark one, which is the he's basically like a negate from the graveyard once you have the link sit, so he's pretty good. And I play the Gachuri. He's cool, another extender, and can also help you make Gatsby Skull Talker that's unaffected by card effects, so it can nib you or like Baylor you on resolution or stuff like that. Hand traps, play a lot. Play triple Ash, good against everything, really generic. Bell, Graveyard Deck, Drytron, Tri-Brigade, Revolt, whatever uses the graveyard, it's really good. It's really necessary this format. And triple Baylor. Baylor was good today. I was thinking of playing 2 only, but I decided to put in the 3rd one last minute. It's really good against Drytron and Tri-Brigade, because they banish your cost, so you can't really bail Tri-Brigade cost. But against Drytron, if you open Ash and Baylor, you pretty much stop the whole combo, so that's really good. 2 in the Brew main deck. Once you have the towers, if you nip them, your tower stays in the field, their stuff leaves, and you're pretty much safe at that point. Triple I Meet You, Searcher for Adding-Nister monsters. It does lock you into only Cyberse effect, so you gotta be careful, especially against Tri-Brigade matchup. If it locks you against Cyberse, you can't use spell against the revolt. So you gotta play around that too. Only 2 reborn. It's good. I don't think I need a third one. I think 2 is just optimal. I don't think any more is needed. 2 field spell. People run 3 because they run the AI contact. I only like 2 because I don't like opening it. Sometimes I do, but like that sometimes actually never happens. But if it does happen, then oh well. I don't open it. But I like searching this card, so I just like having 2 just in case one gets Cyclone or anything. I don't play contact, so I don't need 3. I play triple Dynamiting, Searcher for Cyberse. It's necessary at 3. Triple Tactics and 1 card with a Grave. I don't like hand traps. Hand traps stop me, and I like drawing 2 cards or looking at your hand if you hand trap me. So I think these cards are necessary. I don't think I'll play the deck without it, honestly. And this is my only trap. Triple Impairment. It's another hand trap, so it's good. You need your guy to survive against a Bowl Sword or Atisco, so you just need to negate your opponent's monster effects.
14 hand traps.
Yep. I know, right?
Not enough.
Not enough. I need more. Well, stats for my main deck is 40 cards. For my extra deck, I play 1 Light Dragon and 1 Pegasus. When Pegasus is part of the combos, he can also pause bound chat cards, and he can bounce something back to the deck when something you control is destroyed from the graveyard. And Light Dragon, a lot of people don't play him. I do. He helps you go for game sometimes when you get drilled. If you can make this, you can just reborn something, attack. And yeah, he actually helped me go for game today. And he's actually protection too. A lot of people don't know it, but he's like a he's like a Dingirisu, except for card effects only. So he's cool. 2 Dark Infant. You don't need 3. 2 is perfect. Search his field spell. He's basically Balint. 1 Fire Phoenix. You need to run it because we don't have Heat Soul, so that's our way to search the Fire one with the spell. 1 Dark Templar. It's part of the combo. Something summoned to his zone. He spirit summons a bunch of monsters. Has a second effect where he destroys something. He can reborn something, so that comes up sometimes. So he's really good. 1 of the towers, which is the Arrival. A lot of decks have a hard time outing this card, so that's the only reason I play this deck basically. Yeah, it's just unaffected by everything. The only way to kill this is by battle, so your opponent has to make a Borsor or Atlas Gold, which is bigger than this, but at that point you just have hand traps to stop those cards from getting rid of it, so you just want to protect this guy basically. And then I had 2 Splash Mage. You use 1 for the combo, and the second one can come up on turn 2. Or let's say you're doing your combo and somehow you get Nibiru. You can use the second one during the following turn. 1 Cyberse Wicked, part of the combo. 1 Security Dragon, just in case you get nipped or you nip them. This is the only way you can get your Nibiru out of your main monster zone in order to use the field spell. I play 1 Update Jammer for the OTK, make something attack twice, along with the Transco Talker, and that's a scope. So, rigid generic Cyberse package, and I don't play Link Spider, but I do play Linger Evo. This card helped me a lot today playing against Tri-Brigade, or any other back row deck that just decides to work with their trap. So let's say you're playing against Tri-Brigade, they never shotgun the revolt, so you can always make this, and then they're like, at that point they either have to have a strike, a revolt, or you could just negate the revolt with this card, which is nice. For my side deck, so that's 15 cards. I play triple Joe. I think it's necessary, especially against Dragon Link and Drytron. It's really good. Stops him from doing anything, so that's really good. The last Nibiru is good. So 1 Duster and triple Twin. Backer removal, I need it. I don't have it in my main deck, so game 2 and 3 may come up. 2 droplets and 1 Dark Ruler. So I didn't have 3 droplets, so I only ran 2, and the Dark Ruler shout out to Hector for letting me borrow these. Thank you. But yeah, if you have the third one, probably play the third one. But I only had two, and I played this. The Ruby boot because back row is annoying. And MVP is Rivalry of the Warlords.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
different.
so all your stuff is Cyberse, so you don't have to worry about anything. And this also, so let's say your opponent decides to main deck or side deck kaijus, you can flip this, have your Addict Nester, and your opponent can't kaiju you because you can't control anything but Cyberse. And there's no Cyberse kaiju. And this also wins the matchup. Yeah, this also wins the matchup against Tribigate and Drytron. If they summon anything that's not Drytron, let's say make a Link Reaver or something like that, just flip this and they're just like, they can't do anything at that point. They just have to pass and you just kill them the next turn. So it's really good against a lot of decks. So that's some whole deck for me, and yeah.
Awesome, man. Awesome as always. Last but not least, Mr. Guru.
Alrighty. I'm not gonna go really detailed about my deck. You guys, for the most part, know what's up. I've done a profile for both of you guys, but it's really cool that I get to do it for both of you guys at the same time. But I'll try to go as good as I can here. I play the Ferocious Dragon with the Deadly Attack. So I play Ultimate Wizard in terms of attack and defense. Best cards in the deck. I go 3 Fiendus, 3 Guru, and then I go 3 Shifter. Those are my only monsters. This hand trap, oh man, it's just so good. If I resolve it, even when I go first or second, it's just so good. You have to play it.
Did you like it without the Nemesis Archer?
Yes. Now, weirdly enough, I almost thought of even cutting 1 Fiendus and just playing 2.
Seriously.
Which is pretty insane thought, but a lot of people get overwhelmed with the opening board, so they'll be like, I rarely have to grind. Alrighty, for the spells, I play triple Red Ice Fusion.
How'd you like it at 3?
It helped me see it more consistently, and it helped me play. I technically play like 6 copies of it because I play a 41 card build, and this helps me dig for it. So 6 cards right there. 3 Prosperity, 3 Red Ice Fusion. You guys know what's up. The 1 called by, because call buying, I go Red Ice Fusion, then I call by the Ash, and it feels so good. That's what you have to. I play the Terraforming, the Set Rotation, Triple Hidden City, the Necro Valley, the Mystic Mine, and the Metaverse. I will never change this. This is why I honestly play this deck. It's really good. I mean, the Hidden City, you're going interaction as well, but if any of these stick, it's pretty much done. So I especially with this Judgment, if this sticks and I have a Judgment set, it's over. So that's the field spell package, what I call. For my traps, other than the Metaverse, I play a triple Imperm. I actually went against Dragon Link and hitting a right-timed Imperm past turn, and then I was able to act pretty much like if I went first. It was really good. Triple Imperm. I play the Order, the triple Judgment, the triple Strike. I don't like to let people have fun, so
We know.
the more cards that I have, so they don't have fun, the more fun that I have. So that's usually what we go with. They don't have fun when I go this. They just pass turn. So I like this over there could be only 1, because if I go there could be only 1, sometimes they go Phoenix or Anaconda. This literally says you're done. Whatever you have on the field is sticking, and then just Red Ice Fusion, pop, and you know what happens after that.
Did it ever clog at all? Because we've seen some people play the 2 and 2, but you just went straight for 3 summon limit.
No, so sometimes there was one time when I had 2, and 1 was enough, but I flipped the other one just to overwhelm him. So letting him know now you have to get rid of this one. If you get rid of 1, I have to get rid of the other one. So it's pretty good. What I like about this deck is that I use my negates to protect the back row. Eldritch can't do. There's a lot of back row decks that can't protect it. So literally, I open my negates to just to protect the back row, and the back row wins the games. 2 Final Battle. It's good. I don't like Cave Clash. I don't. Archer is cool, but I like the ratio. I still want to try maybe 2 Fiendus, but we'll see in the future how that goes. Alrighty. Am I not going too fast? We're good? Okay. Good speed, alrighty.
Doing perfect.
Alright, for the extra deck, it's super spicy. You guys gotta play these ratios because it's a must. I play the Zeus because I can't make it, but it's a cool looking card. I play the Downerd because it's the secret rare first ed. I play the Sky Cavalry. I can't make this either, but it's really cool. I play the 1 Evil Twin
because I like pink, and this one's pink. So I play that one. I play 2 Entis. It's one of my favorite cards, but for some reason people like to run Maximus again. I've noticed it. So I guess I'll play a card that has reason to be in the extra deck. Dapalooza. This one is really good, but it sucks that I can't make it. So it's another prosperity target. The Link Spider. This one comes up with the Dino token. That's probably the only time, but it's practical.
Makes sense.
Unchained Abomination. I was too lazy to change the sleeves, and it was already on the sleeves, so I just kept this one in. You guys open up a prosperity, and these are the targets. I literally, before I even get a chance to go into it, people say, just play cards that you would go into. I'm like, after bat, it's 6 of them. So they're literally gone. It's pointless. Now, the ones that you have reason to play sometimes is a Phoenix. It's not all troll. There's some reason behind it. We got the Anaconda, the Dragoon. This is, people don't realize just Phoenix go into this, and I just pretty much got rid of their best monster. It happens all the time. People don't realize it. I like it. Link Karibo and a Striker Dragon. I don't know if you guys know the interaction, but you go into the Guru, link into this, normal Fiendus, bring back the Guru, and now you go into Anaconda, and then you still have the Guru on the Fiendus on board. Yeah, exactly. Okay, now for my side. 2 Cosmic Cyclones. I'm afraid of only one back row. It's Imperial Order, because if I go second, they go order. All my power cards are spells. So I do the 2 Cyclones for the 1 of Order. I feel like that's just fair. That's the one I'm afraid of. I play 2 evenly. Shout out to Elysis. He actually made me realize that if you go Trivigate and let him go full combo, 1 evenly just gets the job done. And it's like I just went first. So it's pretty good. 2 Dark Ruler No More. If I go Dark Ruler No More and then just go Dragoon, it's game. If I go Dark Ruler No More and then go Mystic Mind, that's game. So it's nice to negate. Drytron is Drytron's a hell of a deck. When negate. I have to. They forced me to. I gave in 3 Droll because I like to be able to play. I understand how it is when players don't play, so I want to be able to play. Ghost Bell. I only had room for 2, but I like negating Gamma. I like negating Rebolt. And then I love resolving this against Strikers. That's probably the best feeling I get, but sadly I didn't get no Striker matchups. 2 TC Boo. I remember the time when this would be a must to beat the meta decks. And now, honestly, is the opposite. The meta decks can play around it, but it does beat any rogue deck. So any rogue matchup almost loses to this. It's funny how the tables have turned. But just in case, Tikaboo is another floodgate that I can add if I want to make it harder on them. And then last minute decision last night. Macro, Dimensional Fissure.
Damn, so you ended up playing both of them.
Yeah.
Oh man, yes. So we were debating and we're like, but it turns out my Fiendus. And we're like, wait, but decks won't even be able to activate anything, most of the decks. So as long as I have any monster and just this and protect it, it's pretty much game. I wouldn't make any changes. The only change I would make is I would cut the Unchained Abomination for a Cowboy. So I had an opportunity to Cowboy someone for game today, and if I had a Cowboy, I would have done it. But that's pretty much it.
All right, man. Well, again, congrats to you guys' whole team, and thank you guys for the deck cost.
Yes, sir.